Welcome to video number 3 of this focus practical task of making the pencil holder. Next on the list is to make these objects 3D. So for this we're going to click Finish Sketch. Now this hopefully is the first time you've pressed Finish Sketch, and this is all on one sketch. But to double check that, we need to have a look here. If we press the arrow next to sketches, you'll see I have one sketch. If at this point you have more than one sketch, you may be in a bit of trouble, and you're going to need to go back to the previous videos or press the back button and keep an eye on this for when you stopped the sketch and started creating a new sketch. You must only have one sketch at this point. If you have an additional sketch, what you might find is helpful is to press this little eye icon, and this will make things disappear and reappear. If when you press the eye button to disappear and reappear, you find that nothing in the sketch here that you actually want disappears, you may have actually made a blank sketch with nothing in it. Or you may find it has something that you don't need in it. What you might be able to do is click on that sketch, right click, and then go down to delete. If you're missing something from the original sketch and you've got just one thing drawn in the wrong one, and you don't want to start from the beginning, what you can actually do is click on the sketch, right click, and click Edit Sketch. This will take you back into the sketch, and you can add any missing detail, or you can change anything that you need to change. So we want to start making these layers. And what we want to do is we want to extrude all of the sketches by 5mm. Now, you might want to rush this, and you might think, oh, I'm going to press the extrude button and I'm going to start selecting everything. Now, the problem with selecting everything, and I won't actually maybe select absolutely everything, it doesn't take too long, is by selecting absolutely all of them and saying, hey, I want all of these to be 5mm thick at the same time, when we press OK, we'll make all of these sketches at the same time. And if we use this little drop down menu next to bodies, they'll all be here at the same time. Now this wouldn't normally be too much of a problem, but we're going to have 16 bodies. I've got one missing, and they're going to be, unfortunately, in a bit of a random order. They're not in the order that I pressed them in, and this makes stacking them up a bit of a pain. You can go through and reorder them and drag them into the right order, but then even the numbers are wrong, and I'm not a big fan of this. This method takes a little bit longer, but it's going to save you time in the long run and renaming. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to use the extrude button, and you'll notice that the extrude button also has the hotkey E. So I can just press E instead of pressing on this button each time. So I'm going to press E. What this does is this pulls any shape that I select up into a 3D shape. So I can select this circle and pull this up, and it will make a circle for me. I can select multiple things at the same time, so I can select the outside edge as well, and it will make that whole thing solid. And if I click in the middle again, it will unselect that and it will get the shape I want. Now we could drag these all up, but you'll notice that it jumps straight to 10mm, and we want 5. So I'm going to want to type 5. So I'm going to press E. I'm going to select this first one here. I want it to go 5mm up, and that's all I want. So I'm just going to press Enter, and that's going to make that first one for me. Now Fusion has a setting, I've never found where to turn this off, that the first time you extrude from a sketch, it hides it afterwards. So after the first one, you'll have to unhide it like we were doing earlier. You have to unhide that. And then just carry on in order. Now remember that we snaked. We went this way, then this way, then this way, then this way. And note that I'm working from the bottom up. So my layers are 1, and then the second layer, third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, going up like floors in a building. So E, select this one, type in 5, press return. E, press this one, type in 5, press return. E, press this one. Oops, I pressed the wrong section. No worries, just click on it again, click on the outside, and we're all good. And away we go. So let's get this done as quickly as I can. You might notice the mouse keeps flicking. I can't help but want to go and click on the icon in the corner each time instead of doing this the more efficient way. These last couple are a bit tricky because you haven't got as much space to click on them. And there we go. So now what you've got is you've got all of your pieces made thick and they're all labelled in order from top to bottom. Now when we do other projects where you have more complex pieces that aren't all layers, you may have a wheel and you may have a body part, and you may draw a door or a hatch or something else, and what you might want to do is manually name these pieces so they're much easier to find, because just looking for body part number 27 can be quite difficult if you can't remember that it was body part number 27. So you can actually click on these and you can double click and we could name them all properly. If you want to move them around, like I showed you earlier, you can drag these and put them in different places, and that's not a problem. But we'll keep ours as body number 1. So go ahead and save what you've done. Make sure you click OK. Take a screenshot, top corner to bottom corner, and I'll see you soon for moving all of these sections one on top of the other in video number 4. Thank you very much.